Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 16 is here. Christmas is here. Week 15 is in the books, and last week I did excellent. I went 4-0 on my video picks, 2-1 on my Twitter. So that gave me 6-1 for the whole week. Not too bad. I would have ran a perfect 7 if the Rams would have just scored a touchdown. That's all I had to do, score a touchdown. But that's here nor there. But I had an excellent week, 6-1. As a pool, I jumped up a couple spots. But Deja Vu's tearing it up on the pool. 1010 points, 1,010 points, 53%. Wow. Let's take the man's money, 889 points, 51%. Red Hot Lady, 25, 888 points at 48%. And Bounce Back, in and out of here, man. Perfect name. 869 points for 50%. Crazy Things, 858 points at 51%. Rostradamus at 856 points, 51%. And me, I climbed up to 9th place, 833 points at 51% as well. So that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, this is a Christmas holiday. Give me some Christmas cheer, Christmas love, and hit that subscribe button, and let's get out. My fourth pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Kansas City Chiefs. Seattle Seahawks are a 10-point road dog. Seattle 0-5 ATS in the last 5 games, but Kansas City's 1-4 ATS in the last 5 games, so not much better. Seattle 5-4 ATS as a dog, a little bit better. Kansas City 3-8-1 as a favorite. Yeah, not good. I do like Kansas City in this game. I know Seattle's on a 2-game losing streak, and Kansas City's on a 2-game winning streak. Seattle had the long week, so I got do up, do down. Kansas City, I like, they clinched the division already. Seattle still needs to win to stay in it, but they're in 8th spot right now. So for me, I like Kansas City to win, but give me Seattle plus 10. And my third pick of the week, we got the New York Giants traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. New York Giants are a 3-point road dog. Minnesota Vikings already clinched the division. They're the number 2 seat right now in the NFC. And the Giants, they are in the 6th. They are in the hunt. Not doing too bad, but they need to win to stay up. Lions and Redskins right on their trail. Minnesota 4-4 ATS at home, so they got 50% chance. And 5-4-1 ATS is a favorite, almost 50%. New York Giants are 8-3 ATS in the last 11 games and 5-1 ATS on the road. Giants are tied for second as the best ATS record at 10-4 at 71.4% chance of covering the spread. So give me the New York Giants plus 3. My second pick of the week, we got the Detroit Lions traveling to the Carolina Panthers. The Detroit Lions are a 2.5-point road favorite. Lions are 0-5 in the last 5 meetings in Carolina. Tough place for them to play. The last time they won was in 1999. Detroit is 7-0 ATS in the last 7 games, so that's excellent. Carolina 4-1 ATS in the last 5 games. But they're only 4-10 ATS at home. So horrible ATS at home, pretty good on the road. Detroit can't stop rushing quarterbacks. That's why the prior, like Cam Newton, when they would always play Carolina, they can't stop a rushing quarterback. Cam Newton would just run all over him. Sam Darnold, not too rushing. He's pretty much a game management quarterback. Detroit is the second tied with the Giants, the best ATS to cover the spread in the NFL right now at 10-4, 71.4% record. So for me, give me the Detroit Lions minus 2.5. And my number 1 pick of the week, we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the New England Patriots. Cincinnati Bengals are a 3.5-point road favorite. New England 7-0 is straight up against Cincinnati at home. But that's with Brady and everything, with the Super Bowl, not so much now. and they are also 6-1 ATS in the last 7 games. Not too bad. Patriots are doing excellent. Cincinnati's 6-2 ATS on the road this year, and they are number 3rd seed, as New England's the 8th seed right now. Not in it yet, but they need to win it. Cincinnati Bengals are the best in the NFL in ATS right now. They are 11-3 overall with all their games. 78.6% chance of covering the spread. For me, give me the Cincinnati Bengals -3.5. All right, that being said, like I said, you could always fast forward and go to the fast recap, check out all of my picks without listening to me rambling on and on. But I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, which is probably next weekend. Should I do a theme on New Year? I don't know yet. We will see. That's my birthday, by the way. My birthday is January 1st. All right, so let's go. Most of the games are played on Saturday. I'll announce which ones are and which ones aren't. So we got the Thursday night football game, Jacksonville at the New York Jets. Jacksonville. This is a pick'em game. It started out as a Jets favorite at 2.5 points, but Jacksonville playing so well lately. They are on a 2-game win streak, as where the Jets are on a 3-game losing streak. Quarterback Mike White is still out for the Jets with the rib injury. Zach Wilson again is going to start. He can't score any points. That's the problem. The defense keeps him in the game. Low scoring game. Zach Wilson, he is a 5-3 record, 6 TDs, 6 interceptions. Nothing spectacular. Jacksonville is on a 2-game win streak, like I just said, after beating Dallas in overtime. That was an amazing game. You guys watched that last week. Jacksonville 4-2 ATS in the last 6 games, and the Jets are only 1-4 straight up. Like I said, this is a pick'em game. Jacksonville is not a good road team, but improving. They did win, I believe, 2 games this season on the road, so they hadn't had anything in the last couple of years. So Jacksonville, I think that might be the real deal. We'll find out here against this tough Jets defense. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the game. Next, we got the Saturday 1 o'clock game. Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Baltimore Ravens. The Atlanta Falcons are a 7.5-point road dog. This was going to be my lean. I was really thinking about putting this as my top 10. I did bet on this game. Lamar Jackson, he plans to start this week. I might be a little rusty as he's been out. Baltimore's only 1-4 ATS in the last 5 games. But won straight up versus Atlanta at home. So, like I said, I think Baltimore might win the game, but ultimately not cover the spread. It started at 6.5 points, and now it's moved to 7.5. So it's a good time to buy in. I know Atlanta's on back-to-back road games, and let's see, they are on a losing streak of 3 games. Atlanta's 2-6 ATS in the last 8 games. Is going with the 23-year-old Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati, who went 13 of 26 last week, 50% completion, no TDs or interceptions last week versus New Orleans. He's not too bad, for a first start. See what hopefully improves this week. Baltimore is 0-5 ATS at home as a favorite. Not good. Atlanta's 5-3 ATS after a loss and 4-3 ATS on the road. So for me, on this game, give me the Atlanta Falcons plus 7.5. Next, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are a 3-point home favorite. This is tied for the number 1 public bet. There's 3 number 1 public bets as of Tuesday. This will probably change as the weekend goes. New Orleans 3-6 ATS in the last 9 games. 1-3 ATS as a road dog. Cleveland 4-2 ATS in the last 6 home games, and 8-1 ATS versus the NFC South. For me, I like the Cleveland Browns -3. Next, we got the Houston Texans traveling to the Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans are a 5-point road dog. Houston 3-6 ATS in the last 9 games. Tennessee is 8-3-1 ATS in the last 12 games. Houston 4-1 ATS in the division in the last 5 games. Tennessee is 2-5 straight up in December. So Tennessee, it looks like they get the job done, but don't cover the spread, especially this late in the game. I know Houston's out of it. They have nothing to win, but other than to knock their division rival out of the playoffs. So, like I said, it's a divisional game. This game went from 8.5 points favorite towards Tennessee to 5. So yeah, a lot of people jumping on Houston. I like Houston as well, but not so much at 5. I would love them at 8.5, but give me the Houston Texans +5. Next Saturday game, we got the Buffalo Bills traveling the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are a 8.5 point home dog. This game started at 10 points. Now it's down to 8.5. A lot of people are jumping on Chicago. Buffalo Bills have clinched the playoffs already, and Chicago is out. This might be their Super Bowl game, as far as, before retiring everybody. Yeah, Buffalo on a 5-game winning streak. Chicago on a 7-game losing streak. Last week, Chicago defense did show me that they, could play some ball. But, they're up and down to that. Buffalo 2-6 ATS in the last 8 games. Where Chicago's 1-4 ATS in the last 5. So neither one of them like to cover the spread, but it is a high point total. Like I said, I would love to get it at 10. But give me the Chicago Bears +8.5. Next, we go into the 4 o'clock Saturday games. We got the Washington Commanders traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. The Washington Commanders are a 7-point road dog. San Francisco clinched the division. They are the 3 seed right now, and the Washington Commanders are the 7 seed. They just lost to division rival, the New York Giants. Brock Purdy starting quarterback for the 49ers versus Taylor Heineke. The reason why the Commanders lost last week is they 4 lost fumbles in the last 2 games, with Taylor Heineke. If they can just hold on to the ball and play decent ball, you got 2 rookies, 2 backup quarterbacks versus 2 decent defenses. So it should be a nice low-scoring game. It should be a close game. 7 points is just a little bit too much for me. I will take the Washington Commanders +7. Next Saturday, 4 o'clock game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles on back-to-back road games on a 5-game winning streak versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are 5.5 points home favorite. It's a divisional game. This was a 1-point favorite. Now it's moved to 5.5 point favorite. Jalen Hurts out with a shoulder injury. Gardner Minshew will be starting the game. I root for Gardner Minshew. I like his mustache. He got style. But anyway, Dallas 2-4 ATS in the last 6 games, 1-5 ATS versus Philadelphia at home. Philadelphia 3-7 ATS versus Dallas, but 3-1 ATS versus the division this year at 57%. ATS 8-6 overall. Like I said, Philadelphia is doing awesome, but without Jalen Hurts on the roster, I think they're gonna have their and Dallas would love to move up in the division. So give me the Dallas Cowboys -5.5. Next Saturday game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vegas Raiders are a 2.5 point road dog. This pretty much started as a pick'em, and now it's Pittsburgh favored by 2.5. The Vegas miracle victory over New England last week. Can you believe that? I saw that. I was like, what? Just down the ball. You go to overtime. What was it, Stanford out there? Unbelievable. That was, he got reamed by Bill Belichick. Anyway, Pittsburgh over Carolina last week. They played a phenomenal game against Carolina. Puts both teams at 6-8 and 7 games ATS. Both even, like I said, started as a pick'em. Las Vegas 4-1 ATS in the last 5. Pittsburgh 6-3 ATS in the last 9. Vegas 4-1 ATS in Pittsburgh. Public's favor in Pittsburgh as the spread moved higher, but for me, I know I hate betting on the Raiders, and I'm not betting on this game. But as far as me, I'm going to take the Raiders with the points, hoping it moves up to 3. I might bet if it moves to 3, but just as a pool pick, I'm taking the Las Vegas Raiders +2.5. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are a 5.5 point home favorite. Boy, I tell you, the Dolphins 3-game losing streak. The Green Bay Packers are on a 2-game winning streak, but they're on a short week this week as they just played Monday night. Miami 4-2 at home, ATS wise, and Green Bay's 3-4 ATS wise on the road this year. Miami's the 7th seed. They dropped down because they lost 3 road games in a row. Green Bay's the 10th seed. They're on the outside looking in. Both teams do need a win, to move up in this ranking, so it's going to be a very competitive game. I know the other parts I don't like on this. Green Bay has a good pass defense, and that's all Miami does. Pass, pass, pass. Green Bay is 5-1 ATS in Miami historically. And in the month of December, the Green Bay Packers are 14-0 straight up. So they love to win in December historically. So historically, Green Bay's got it, but this year they're just not looking like Green Bay. So I'm taking Miami. Like I said, this will be a game I'm just be watching. 5.5 points is moved up just a little bit beyond my pocket. If it's straight up, I'd like Miami, but I'm going to do up, do down. Like I said, Miami on a losing streak, Green Bay on a winning streak. So give me the Miami Dolphins -5.5. Next, we go to our second Sunday game. The Denver Broncos traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, this game's a pick'em as well. Rams, no offensive line. Unbelievable. They gave so much pressure. I see why Stafford's like, man, I'm done for the season. Let Baker Mayfield handle it. Green Bay just tore the shreds out of Baker Mayfield. Now they face the defensive power of the Denver Broncos. Denver is only 1-5 straight up in the last 5 games. It's like I said, it's a pick'em. The Rams is 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games. Rams 5-0 straight up at home versus Denver historically. Another game, both these two teams are out of the playoffs, so it don't really matter to anybody. I know the Rams are on a short week, but do up, do down. Let's give Baker Mayfield some love. So give me the Los Angeles Rams to win the game. And our last Sunday's game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Arizona Cardinals. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now 6.5 point road favorites. This is the second one that's tied for the public bet right now. Like I said, still Tuesday, still early. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-8 leading division and holds the 4th seed. You might get a home playoff spot. They just need to win, but they haven't been winning. They lost the last 2 games, and the Cardinals lost the last 4 games. Arizona's eliminated from the playoffs. I believe the Cardinals will continue with Colt McCoy, but I just heard that he's has concussion protocol. So, Kyler Murray's out with the ACL injury. So David Blau, old Detroit Lions backup quarterback, who as a starter is 0-5. So yeah, so if Colt McCoy don't play, you got David Blau. Good seeing him again. Not really. Tampa Bay 1-10-1 ATS this year in the last 12 games, and 2-4 ATS on the road. Arizona's 2-3 at home as a dog. They might try to play spoiler, but small chance. J.J. Watt played really well last week. I thought he played phenomenal. Like I said, David Blau, the old Purdue Boilermaker, went to Detroit Lions 0-5. I can't. As much as I'd love to see an ex-Lions player beat Brady, I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, this started as a 3-point favorite that moved to a 6.5 point favorite. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -6.5 points. Last but not least, we got the Monday Night Football game. We got the LA Chargers traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts are a 4-point home dog. The Colts running back Jonathan Taylor probably out the rest of the season. He had a high ankle sprain last week, and yeah, I had him on my fantasy team. The Indianapolis Colts gave up a 33-0 all-time lead, highest in the NFL, and lost the game outright, 39-36. Unbelievable. This is like I said, one of the top 3 public bets. As everybody's on the Chargers. The Chargers are the 6th seed, and they're 8-6, and the Indianapolis is just hanging around the 14 seed. They have a small chance of getting in, but I doubt it. Indy needs a lot to, to win out, and a lot of help as well. Indianapolis, like I said, they need to win to save face. Usually a team that gets cold dog, burned out like that, and history making. Usually they turn around the following week. They just don't want to seem to be the worst team in the NFL. The Chargers have a bunch of injuries right now. A lot of defensive players are out, and their kickers on IR too. So again, the do up, do down, as the Chargers on a 2-game winning streak and Indianapolis on a 4-game losing streak. So give me the Indianapolis Colts +4 as a home dog. That about covers it. My 3-team teaser. I did hit my 3-team teaser last week. Finally, right? So my 3-team teaser this week is going to be the Carolina Panthers +9.5, the New York Giants +10, and the Seattle Seahawks +17. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's my fast recap. If you want to just check out all the games without me speaking, just skip through the end of the video. Someone suggested to me that, and if I screw it up, they bring it to me, and in post I make sure I get that straight away. I want to wish everybody who watches this video a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week. Peace.